Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Rico from Gaming with Scott. I'm here with JC.
What's up?
And Adam. He is one of the volunteers here for HOSYerCon 2017, and we're here to find out what makes volunteering so appealing, and how many years have you volunteered here for HOSYerCon? So question number one, why did you become a volunteer?
I like the organization. I like the con, so I'd like to give back to the con and help it progress and become a bigger con. And
so, have you been in the con for a long time? Is this your first HOSYerCon?
I've attended probably 5 or 6 cons, and then I've volunteered only the last 2.
So, aside from it being a free con, what's your favorite thing about HOSYerCon? What do you think separates it from the other cons?
I like the gaming library. So that's what I usually come with my wife, my sister, and her husband, and we sit there and rent games from the gaming library and just play a bunch of different games that we don't have at home.
And that's the good thing about a free convention, is you can do that. It doesn't cost any money whatsoever, right?
Yep.
So you like to come here, you like to game for free, and you have fun, obviously, since this is, like you said, your 5th or 6th one. And now you want to share that fun and experience with everyone else, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. Anybody you want to give a shout out to? Or?
No.
Right on.
Well, that was a pretty easy interview. Wasn't difficult at all.
Not at all.
So will you volunteer again next year, March 30th through April 1st?
Yep, that's the plan.
All right. Well, that's, I guess, all we had. That was quick and easy, pretty painless.
Thanks for all your work and your support, man.
We appreciate it. Thank you for volunteering. Without you, it wouldn't be possible. Have a great night.
You too.
Hey, this is JC with Gaming with Scott. I'm here with Rico.
Yo.
And Brian Ricks.
Hiya.
So, you are here this year at HOSYerCon, giving generously of your time, effort, energy, and dare I say, manly essence. Is that correct?
Emphasis on the manly well, apparently not the talking.
His testosterone is interfering with his speech. That's how powerful it is. Well, let me ask you this, Brian. What made you become a volunteer for HOSYerCon?
I've been helping out at different cons, Gen Con. I've been helping out at different cons, Gen Con, HOSYerCon, and in conjunction, but I wanted to actually step up and help out at HOSYerCon this year because I see it growing and it cares about the people so much more than Gen Con, which is just about the dollar right now. And in conjunction, as much as I like it and as much as I know many of the people involved in it, it's stagnating. It's not going anywhere. And I like the fact that HOSYerCon is slowly growing and they're not demanding money. They're asking for it, and people are so much more willing to devote their money and their time. Something I learned early on in life, talent, time, or treasure. And that's a great way of, when you offer options to people, they are much more willing to step up and help out than if you say, I just want your money, or I just want your time, but I'm not going to give you any rewards.
So is this your first year volunteering at HOSYerCon?
It is.
Okay, so being a seasoned volunteer for other cons, you've fallen in love with HOSYerCon because of its love for the gamers, and specifically its volunteers. Do you think that you'll volunteer for this con every single year that you come back to it, or is just testing the waters to maybe do a one-shot and then done?
I always test the waters because it's one thing to look from the outside in, and it's another thing to experience it. However, HOSYerCon, this is its 9th or 10th year. They're just still getting their feet under them, and they're ready to grow and expand. And I like that, and they actually mentioned that they are looking for more help on a yearly basis at committee level and below, and that sounds like a great way to grow with a club, and anyone should check that out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, definitely one of the best cons in Indianapolis. You can't get better bang for your buck. Come on out, people. Definitely come out here and give up your time, give up your attention, and thank you, Brian, for yours. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for volunteering. Without you, we couldn't make this possible.
Have a good day, guys.
Later. Just pause.
Hi, this is JC with Gaming with Scott, and I'm here with Rico.
Yo.
And Nicole. Nicole, who is volunteering this year at WhosYerCon, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. How long have you been volunteering?
This is actually my first year volunteering. I've been just kind of hanging out with the people from HOTP for a couple years or so now.
So, what prompted you to volunteer? Did you see how much fun they were having while they were doing it, while you were just hanging out and watching from the sidelines? What made you decide to dedicate your time and effort to this free convention?
I believe that what they're wanting to do for like schools and different functions like that is a really good cause, and I believe in what they're doing. So volunteering my time is to give back to what they're already doing for us.
Awesome. So, I mean, there's lots of cons here in Indiana. What is it to you about HOosierCon that makes it special, that makes it...
It's all gaming.
Nice.
I love gaming. So
Outstanding. Well, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for coming out. Thank you for volunteering, because without you guys, this could not happen. I mean, and I don't know about Rico, but HOosierCon is my personal favorite con of the year, yeah?
This con holds a special place in my heart because this was the first con I ever recorded at for our podcast, and they just let us, and it was amazing. So I'm also here volunteering, I guess, our time for the podcast for the convention.
Right on, Nicole. We thank you. We appreciate your time.
thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
And as always, you'll hear from us again real soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Stop. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Gaming with Scott. I am Rico. I am here with JC.
I'm a figment of your imagination.
And we are also here with Sean, volunteer for HOosierCon 2017. So tell me, Sean, is this your first year volunteering, or have you volunteered before?
This is my first year.
And what prompted you to devote your time and effort and blood, sweat, and tears to this specific convention as opposed to the myriad of conventions held in Indianapolis? What makes this one special to you?
Well, personally for me, I like this convention because, one, it is a local convention. It's run by a local group, and anything local is good for the hometown. So I like that it's a local con. I like that it's a free convention, and that I can come here and spend my time playing any kind of game imaginable that I can find.
We've heard that their gaming library is pretty extensive. I haven't seen it myself, but I hear there are hundreds and hundreds of different games back there.
Oh,
Have you had a chance to peek into the gaming library yet, or any insider information of what's going to be played? You are a volunteer, after all. I figure you're privy to stuff that we are not.
Oh, there are many fabulous games in the game library. I guess you're only limited by your imagination as to what you can play.
See, that's what I like to hear. I looked on the event calendar and saw there were 540 at least different slots for different games that were being held. Now, is this your first time at HOosierCon, or have you come for numerous years?
I've been coming for numerous years now.
Numerous years? That's a long time, ladies and gentlemen. We don't need to get specific. Numerous years is numerous years.
What's your favorite thing about, your favorite event, or your favorite thing about the con here?
Last year, my favorite thing was, it was my first time playing the Endless Dungeon, which was a lot of fun. I grew up playing old school Dungeons and Dragons, and I got away from RPGs for a while, and being able to play Endless Dungeon with a bunch of people that I didn't know and just running through a dungeon was pretty fun.
Last year was my first year playing Endless Dungeon. It was a lot of fun. I didn't make it out of the second room, but I did die, but it was totally worth it.
Do you remember how you died?
No, I don't even remember. Some jellies, maybe petrification.
I didn't make it out of the third room, and I was decapitated. That was fantastic.
Good times. So yeah, we also love Endless Dungeon.
Crushed by a giant stone goose.
Oh man.
Sweet.
Yeah. Plenty. See, everybody can die at Endless Dungeon. That's the whole point of it.
Well, hey, but I just want to say thank you for coming out and volunteering, because we appreciate it. Without you, it couldn't happen.
So yes, thank you for your time. Thank you for your dedication. We appreciate it, and we look forward to talking to the rest of the volunteers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, both of you.
As always, you'll hear from us real soon. Bye. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Gaming with Scott. I am here with JC.
Hey.
My name is Rico, and we are also here with...
Tracy, Windy Connect.
She is the PR director for Hoosier Gamers, and we're just trying to get some interviews to find out what gets you excited about volunteering and why you like to volunteer so much.
Oh, gosh.
So is this the first year that you've volunteered for the convention?
No, I've been volunteering in some capacity for Hoosier Gamers since 2012. So I started out actually as the Pathfinder Society coordinator. So I was the venture captain for Indiana. So I did that for 2 years, supported it in a third year, and then 2 years ago, I worked with D&D Adventurers League. So my husband was actually the coordinator for D&D Adventurers League.
That's my jam.
And so I did D&D Adventurers League for a year. And then last year, I did PR for HOSYERCon as well. So last year was my first year on as con staff for the org.
That's a whole lot of dungeon delving.
Yes, it's been an adventure, for sure.
But in terms of all the adventures you could have, I mean, why give so much to this con? What is it about this con that separates it in your mind?
It's the org behind the con. So Hoosier Gamers, the idea that you can change lives through gaming is really powerful to me. And that's really kind of what we believe as an organization, is that, you know, we want to bring free and low-cost gaming to people who might not have the means to game otherwise. And that's really what HOSYERCon is all about. It's totally free if you want it to be free. We obviously will take donations. We love donations and we appreciate them but even with your donation, typically you get a swag bag, a t-shirt, a die, a bag, you know, the physical bag with the logo on it. So you get a little bit back. You get voting rights for the org as well. So you're able to vote in our elections. We're trying to really beef up our supporting membership perks this year. So we've got grilled gaming coming up. As well, which is going to be for supporting members and high rollers. But otherwise, the con really is totally free for anybody, any family, a family of 5. It's a free weekend to come and have fun and take advantage of our 500 plus gaming library.
I've noticed a running theme now here between the other people that we've interviewed, why they like volunteering so much. They like volunteering so much because this convention gives so much to the player and they don't ask for anything in return other than that they show up. And it sounds like everybody loves this convention because of that aspect. I'm afraid, and are you ever afraid, that this convention will get so big you'll have to take on corporate sponsorship to move into bigger venues to support all of the people in the organization?
I don't think so. I don't think that's a venue, like a path we would go down as an organization. We've always been volunteer run. I mean, we're happy to but partner with corporations. And we've got great sponsors always, but usually our sponsors buy into the message of the org as well. And I don't think we could ever have a sponsor who didn't, if that makes sense. So this con comes from, you know, just like, I think 30 people sitting around a table playing games like 10 years ago, and now it's this huge convention with, we expect 3,000 people this year. So yeah, but I think that's why HOSYERCon is so successful, is because we stay true to the core, and we don't, you know, sell out for perks.
So, well, you know, I just want to say that I've been doing the con circuit here for like a number of years, and of all the local cons, HOSYERCon is my absolute favorite. And to kind of put it into perspective in terms of what you just said, this con, in my opinion, tries to really keep the soul in gaming over the monetization, really tries to keep that tabletop heart into things. I mean, and I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for making this happen.
Thank you. That's really nice to hear. It makes it worth it to hear that from people. So thank you.
So I've noticed you've been super busy on Twitter and Facebook this last week. Has it been overwhelming for you as PR director to keep up with all of the media and promotion that needs to go out and that other people are tweeting and posting?
Yes. Yeah, that definitely. So I am very fortunate. I work for a company that gives volunteer time off. So I work for Salesforce, and Salesforce really is also same spirit of Hoosier Gamers, very big about giving back to the community. And so I get 56 hours a year that I can take off work and volunteer anywhere I want. So I've done more than 56 at this point. I haven't taken all those days off, but I've definitely today and tomorrow and a couple weeks ago when I did the programs, I took a couple days off to write the program. So I'm lucky, but I still have tweets and Facebook messages coming in and out every single day. And it can be hard to keep up. I will say I'm very lucky. I've got a volunteer who writes some copy for me, so I don't write all of the media messages that go out. She has worked in marketing forever, so she's a pro. And then there are other people in the org who have worked in marketing before who are good at writing copy and doing things like that. But I'm the person usually who's behind the tweets, tweeting back at you and things like that.
I just want to apologize for blowing up your Twitter feed
I
so much
love
this
it.
last week.
I love it.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry,
No,
not sorry.
It's great. I know, because our Twitter following is actually, don't tell anybody on Facebook this, but it's my favorite because they are so engaged. And
140 characters or less are the best.
and they, my Twitter, I feel more personal with my Twitter followers than I do with Facebook. Facebook feels more like marketing. Twitter feels more like a conversation. So I tweet at me. Everybody follow us. We've only got about 200 something followers.
And that is at Hoosier Gamers, WHOSYERGAMERS is where you can follow them on Twitter.
So get out there,
Gamers.
people. Get out there. Commit. Go all in. Anything else you want to give a shout out to?
To you guys for being here this weekend, Gaming with Scott. You guys are one of our sponsors. We're so excited you're here this weekend. So you were here last weekend. We were like, why don't we know those guys? When you came in, you were periscoping your way through the con, and I'm like retweeting all your Periscope videos. Like, oh my gosh, who are these guys? So I'm so glad you guys are here this year.
Yeah, we had just started to get in conventions last year. It started at Starbase Indy. JC and Scott did it, and then the rest of the crew came on for HOosierCon, actually. So this is my 1 year anniversary of potting at conventions. So this was my first and will always be my favorite.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you for taking the time to interview with us. We appreciate it. It was a pleasure finally meeting you, and I look forward to retweeting and liking everything you post this weekend.
Thank you so much, guys.
My pleasure. Have a great evening, and as always, we'll see you all real soon. Bye.